Cancer, I'm going to get into your general tarot reading in just a second, but I have a channeled message. And this channeled message came through me, but it also came through one of my subscribers. So oftentimes we receive channeled messages, not just directly from Spirit to us, but from other people in our surroundings, from our friends, from acquaintances, people we're talking to online. People activate things in us and get us to think a certain way. So I want to share this with you because I think this is really significant to your reading, particularly coming off our last reading that we had together, which was about healing. I'll link it at the end of the video in the little card there if you haven't seen it. So I'll say my welcome message first, and then I'll get into the channeled message I have, and then we'll do the cards. Okay, so if you're new here, welcome. The videos don't normally start like this, but today they are. And I just think it's really important to do it this way for some reason. If you are returning, then welcome back and thank you so much for your support with the channel. All of your comments on the last video and all of your likes, they really help the channel, and it is so touching to me to hear how my readings resonate with you, because as you saw in the last one, I was pretty emotional, so it's nice to have the support coming back. All right, so let's see here. Do I have anything else to say? No, I think that's about it. So Cancer. Okay. I had a subscriber who was a Libra, so Libra might be significant to you. You might want to check out Libra's reading actually, since it was about, control dynamics. I had a subscriber ask me about twin flame journey and abusive dynamics. And so, twin flames and abuse are not, they don't mix. Abuse is about control and power stemming from the abuser's lack of disempowerment and control issues or feeling out of control, right? Abuse is not about love. The twin flame journey is about a soul's connection. It's about ascending. It's about teaching one another how to grow. And often times that comes through challenging lessons, and that can cause fighting, separation, defensiveness, but never abuse, okay? Abuse is not a place of love. Twin flames are. That's an easy way to distinguish it. But what I really wanted to say, and so that's part of it, but what I really wanted to say here, and this might not be for everybody watching, but I am really guided for you, Cancer, to talk to you about this. And it's that tarot readings, okay, so I'll back up a little bit. Sometimes in the spiritual community, the twin flame journey is often described in the same way a trauma bond works. So if you don't know what a trauma bond is, I encourage you to watch it, but it's basically your body gets addicted to somebody through the highs and lows of a relationship. So you'll have high highs where everything is great and perfect, and then low lows where there's fighting, and often these fights are abusive. And so that when you make up, it's not just feeling great as in a normal, it's great that we're happy, but it kind of resolves all of that kind of pain that ensued in the trauma. So your abuser basically becomes the person who can take that pain away, and then it turns into some kind of cycle, right? Where you're constantly looking to the person who's invalidating you or hurting you or endangering you to validate you and feel safe. Okay, so that's kind of how trauma bonds work, and it creates a hormonal reaction in your body. So it's not a matter of just sitting there and being I need to get out of this and then going. It's actually a rewiring of your body that needs to take place. Okay, so be easy on yourself if that's what you're going through. But what I wanted to say to you, I guess we're getting there in a very long way, which is interesting because the journey is long, right? Any journey. Particularly any kind of relationship journey. But anyways, is that tarot card readings can also create a trauma bond. So oftentimes if you are coming out of a toxic, abusive, whatever relationship that, that was really hurt you, made you feel not safe, made you question your reality, all of those things. You were manipulated, gaslit, all of these things, right? Sometimes when we're coming out of those relationships and we're seeking answers, out of all of that confusion, we can turn to tarot readings to help us guide us through the process. And sometimes tarot readings can reenact that trauma bond because they'll present us with high highs and low lows, hope and despair. Yes, they're coming back. Yes, they've changed. Yes, they're sorry for everything they've done. They know exactly what they did. They didn't mean to hurt you. Those kinds of messages, right? And then we'll hear other messages like they're gone, they're with somebody else, you have to be careful, warning, they're out to get you, they want revenge, And so that creates that roller coaster, the same roller coaster that you're trying to get out of. So for some reason, I needed to tell you that. And I'm not saying it's any fault on the tarot readers, but it's important that you recognize the kinds of emotional pulls that are created when watching tarot readings that are talking about another person's feelings, thoughts, etc. Are they coming back? What are they thinking? What are they feeling? That's all focused on them. So if you are coming out of like an abusive relationship, toxic relationship, or you feel like you're working through a trauma bond, then I recommend that you watch tarot readings that focus solely on you and your spiritual development. And so, yeah, that could include, advice, guidance, messages about your relationship, but they should focus on you and your higher self and not that other person. Okay, so if that's something you're going through and you're finding that you're in some kind of tarot loop where you can't stop watching videos, and there's no shame in that. I understand that, and like I said, it's not a frame of mind of like I need to stop this. It's a hormonal chemical addiction, okay? So, try to wean yourself off a little bit and focus on your spiritual growth and development. Watch more tarot readings related to that. Are there any other messages about this that want to come through? Sometimes when we watch tarot readings and we are asking, what are they thinking? What are they feeling? That will help us get out of any kind of attachment that we may have to somebody who we are trying to detach from. Okay? So it's not necessarily that it's all bad. It's just if you are in that kind of place and you're in that place, it might hurt you more than help you. So it's just something to be aware of. I think that's all that needs to be said. And so today, for today's reading, I'm going to focus on you. And for the other signs, I did do, a general reading and then what is your person thinking. But for you, I'm going to do a general reading and what is your higher self telling you. And it could be telling you about this relationship that you're thinking about, or it could be telling you about some other aspect of your life. So we'll do it that way for you, Cancer, because I don't know, I'm just really vibing this. I'm just really feeling this need to concentrate on you. Okay, and get all the distractions out of the way, There's another one. All right, Cancer. Wow, how long was that? 8 minutes? Hopefully that helped you in some kind of way. I really think, most tarot readers here on YouTube want to help, have been through their own difficult journeys, and so they want to pay it forward and, use their gift and their talent and their wisdom and their knowledge to help other people, hopefully, hopefully that's the goal. So just remember that, that is really what readers want to provide for the most part. We talk about karma all the time. We're very aware, I hope, of our own karma in terms of what we're doing with these messages. Okay, let's see here for Cancer spirit. Ooh, did you see those fly out like that? I got the Sun, the High Priestess. We have the Eight of Pentacles, the Tower, the Seven of Cups. Oh, wow. Do you want me to take all of those? No, I heard. Okay. Let's get 2 more. See my lights start flashing? Spirits in the house. That's not on a timer or anything. It happened for Scorpio too. Okay. You could probably see them in the frame there if you're like, what is she talking about? Okay, we have the Ace of Pentacles on the bottom. That's beautiful. With the King of Wands behind that, taking action towards your future. Okay, after maybe some emotional confusion with the Queen of Cups in reverse, or some downtime, I heard. Some downtime. Interesting. Okay, so I have some cards here in reverse. And that's telling me that the energy is blocked here. I'm not reading them as, negatives. They're just telling me the energy is blocked or resolved even. It could be resolved. Interesting. Okay, so let's, what are we going to clarify with Spirit? The Rider-Waite? Oh, we'll clarify with the Brady Tarot. All right, see, I'm getting all excited now because the stars here. Okay, in the past we have the Eight of Pentacles. Actually, you know what? Rather than going through it like that, just give me a moment to take a look, see, and see what jumps out at me first. I feel like we want to go more intuitive with this than, a methodical reading. Well, we have the Tower in the middle. The Tower's in reverse. And look at, I love this depiction in the reverse. Okay, here's what it looks like in the upright. This little dude person is like falling off the tower. The umbrella is kind of breaking the fall, right? But if in the reverse, it's kind of like a Mary Poppins vibe, right? Like going up, flying away from the tower, kind of looking at it. I heard hot air balloon. Okay, so looking at the destruction, the wreckage, and flying far away from that. So I do feel like, and it's almost like the little dude is like, look at the tower, I feel like this is you acknowledging what you've been through, the difficulties in your life, and understanding that difficulties or challenges or tower moments are cyclical, like they happen more than once, and that that there'll be another tower moment sometime in your life. But I feel like you're okay with that acknowledgement, like you're saying, like, look, here's a tower moment, because you are beginning to see the benefits from it. Like you're realizing the kind of healing and ascension that can come from a tower moment. I also feel it's very interesting because I don't feel like you are flying away from the tower, trying to escape any kind of disruption or sudden event. I feel like you're kind of hovering around it. It's almost like you're just kind of, I'm seeing even someone map something, like a mind map. Maybe this is something you want to do, or maybe some of you are doing that, but like, it's like I'm seeing words and bubbles, and people are, and it's interesting, it's more than one person. So maybe this is you and your guides connecting different thoughts and emotions to this center event, right? Making a mind map of how all of your thoughts and feelings are interconnected, not just in regards to a particular tower situation, but in all aspects of your life. Like it's like you're beginning to draw a line from success to sadness. So you're seeing how that healing process works and can lead to success. It's really cool. Okay? And they look like little clouds too. Okay, so that's a beautiful, beautiful beginning here. And I'm also seeing, the number 16 here equals a 7. But in reverse, it looks like, to me, which 7s are about challenges. We have the 7 of Swords, we have the 7 of Pentacles, the 7 of Cups, the 7 of Wands. So those are all about standing your ground, challenges, figuring out shit through the confusion, kind of being in the thick of things, okay, which the Tower moment perfectly represents. But in the reverse, this really looks like a 9 to me. So I'm seeing it as a 9 and a 1, which of course is a 10, which equals a 1. So it's like the Fool, the brand new beginning, the Aces. Like you are out of this wreckage, okay? And you are really thinking about it too. It's not like you're trying to repress anything that happened. On this outer shell of your reading, we have the 8 of Pentacles in reverse, the High Priestess in reverse, the 9 of Pentacles, and the Page of Cups, both in the upright. So this is telling me Well, I feel like you're working on your intuition, but there's something in the material world with the Nine of Pentacles that I feel like isn't allowing you to be as creative as you want to be. Or maybe there's a focus on money, I heard sustainability, identity, like re-grounding yourself, that is kind of blocking your intuition. See, there's a bird stuck in this cage. I almost feel like there's some kind of fear here to go deep into your thoughts or deep into your intuition. Because we have the Page of Cups and he's wearing like a little floaty, right? So he's nervous to go in the water without it, scared to go in the deep end, maybe scared to, I heard sink or swim. And so obviously he'd be nervous to sink, but maybe he is also nervous to swim, you know, in that kind of creative, intuitive, emotional depth. And perhaps this is why I'm seeing a mind map, because it's very like, you know, one-dimensional. It's very flat. It's very surface. It's like what's underneath the mind map. You have the mind map on the table, but what's underneath the table? What's going on underneath the mind map? So perhaps right now you're trying to work on your intuition. You're trying to work through some kind of emotions. But there's something in the material world about being independent, being strong, that is perhaps caging your sense of safety or confidence to go really deep. But the mere fact that you have the High Priestess here shows me that you are definitely working with this energy of intuition, knowledge, wisdom, you know, connection to source. And it's here for you. Okay, now let's look on the inner kind of shell. Well, it wouldn't be an inner shell, but it's interesting I said that. Okay, so maybe that you're really guarding your inner core, your inner child, like your inner wound as well. Like maybe there's a shell being created around that. And I'm seeing like a shell within a shell, an egg within an egg. And now I'm seeing those, I don't know what they're called, but they're those like Russian dolls where you put one doll inside of another and it just like keeps going and keeps going. So maybe there's many layers to your healing or this situation. Or maybe you feel like you have many layers that you're peeling back slowly like an onion, you know, and you don't have to go right to the core right away, you know. It's okay to go one layer at a time. It's probably better to do that. And then I'm seeing, you know, because when you cut right through an onion like that, right through the core, then those I don't know what they're called. Anybody know what they're called? But you know, the onion, when it makes you cry, you know, that smell, that sting, that chemical that's released, it's like if you cut right to the core wound, you know, it could be overwhelming. It might blind you even to something that you need to create. Okay, so one layer at a time is maybe where you're at. But we have the Sun in reverse. I hope you're ready for a long reading. The Four of Cups in reverse. Oh, not in reverse, sorry. The Seven of Cups and the Six of Wands. So I'm seeing here that there's been a lot of options presented to you, perhaps throughout your lifetime. Oh, wow, look at this image. It's like those Russian dolls. I didn't even notice that. Maybe I subconsciously picked up on that. Cool. Yeah, it's like maybe the question is like, well, I keep going, I keep entering new cycles, and it's like I don't know where I'm going, or I don't know what's at the core. You know, there's so many options, there's so many aspects to myself, there's so many relationships, you know, not just romantic, but like all my relationships I've had in my life, and I don't know where they all fit or what their purpose is. There seems to be like this overall sense of dissatisfaction in relationships. For some reason, Cancer, you feel as though, and this might not be for all of you, right? But I am getting the sense here with the Six of Wands that, and there's all these people on top of each other. It's like a sense of victory or feeling recognized or acknowledged by others in life has to do with your ability to kind of nurture, which is a very Cancerian thing, right? Nurture and protect your relationships, the energy that was exchanged in them, the people. So if you let certain people go, or you reframe them in your mind as something that maybe you can't protect, maybe you can't hold, maybe that's not good for you, it's like it challenges your sense of validation or recognition or victory. And that's why the sun's in reverse. It's like a need to, and this goes back to that mind map image, it's like a need to disconnect almost your sense of well-being from, well, kind of saving others, actually. Because when you try to save others who don't want to be saved, really, and again, might not be for everyone, but really what you're doing is trying to save that aspect of yourself that you see in them or that they bring out in you. And I don't think you really need to save it because it's not lost, but maybe it's in danger. Maybe it's in danger, and that's why there's a shell around it. So what is it, for those of you out there that this part's resonating with, what is it about that one person that you want to save or you don't want to let go of? You want to help, whatever the case. What's that aspect that they bring out in you that you like about yourself, or that you connect to, that you cherish of yourself, or that you see in them that reminds you of something? Maybe it's like a childhood energy. What aspect is it that you want to save, and how can you locate it in yourself? All right, let's see. What else do we have here? I like this reading, though, because there's a lot of like fluid movement. It's like Four of Cups, it's like imagining all the different possibilities. Seven of Cups, it's like playing with thoughts and ideas in your head. Eight of Cups, Six of Cups, it's a lot of like possibilities here. I feel like you're in a time where there's a lot of possibilities that you could have. And I'm really seeing the Magician card here. I'm curious as to why it didn't come out. Let's see what else we can get here. We got the Lovers, Judgment, Temperance, and Seven of Wands. Interesting. Pisces had this card here, the Six of Wands, and the message was about putting a pin in something. Something that was about to erupt or explode. And I am recording this when the moon's in Pisces. So maybe Pisces has a message over there for you, regardless of if you have Pisces in your chart or not. But there seems to be, an offer being extended to you from your higher self, from source, from universe, to allow you to get that high priestess bird's eye view here. To really see, what's worth saving and what's not. What you can let go up in flames. I'm hearing what was real and what was not. Because I feel like perhaps some of you are trying to put a pin in a volcano that's not even active. I hope that makes sense, but that's what I'm seeing here. It's almost an illusion. It's like, this is somebody else's energy, right? I feel like that you're trying to like stop, save, do something, save something by doing something. But, whoever this is created this eruption, created this fire. It's not really yours to temper. I don't know, Cancer. I hope that's making sense. Now let's go in and see what messages we have from your higher self. The Star. You saw me shuffle that, right? Going over the Eight of Pentacles. So I'm going to rework some of these positions here, but I do have there's a project in the past, maybe a project that you thought was over, that you couldn't complete. I'm seeing accomplishment here at the bottom, that Spirit really wants you to know that it's still on the table for you. There's still hope here. There's still something you could make of this project, this work thing, this, even if it's a part of yourself. It could be something that you're working on with yourself, like physically, or maybe your diet or something like that. Some health regimen, or maybe it's a relaxation regimen, an indulgence regimen, whatever you want, right? But there's something there that you were working on that maybe you decided that you weren't going to get anywhere with it, but Spirit is saying that there's a lot of potential there, not only for recognition, but maybe a sense of healing as well. Some of you are going to do work in an area that helps heal you and others from a situation. Interesting, the way that was worded. Okay, so for the current energies, we have the Sun in reverse with the Daughter of Arrows. This is the Page of Swords. Now, the way this is laying down on the table, the Page of Swords is looking over at the High Priestess. This is very interesting because, this is all three cards here, High Priestess, the Sun, and the Page of Swords, are all talking about vision and seeing things and gaining knowledge, clarity, confidence, identity, but mostly clarity with the Sun. High Priestess is knowledge, knowing secrets. Page of Swords is collecting information. And I'm seeing here that, where your energy currently is or wants to go is to this kind of hidden knowledge, those depths again, what's underneath the table, what's in the water. Maybe you're trying to look at things at too much of a surface level. Maybe some of you are just trying to put on a happy face and you really need to go a little bit darker with things, with yourself, or deeper. I'm really seeing like some shadow work here, to be honest. Okay, and I feel like that's where your energy wants to go. But there's a little bit of hesitancy here, and I totally understand that, because if you're doing shadow work, it can be really difficult. What's in your shadow? You don't know, otherwise it wouldn't be in your shadow, right? So when you do that kind of work, it can get pretty intense, So remember that onion, one layer at a time. The High Priestess on top of the High Priestess, guys. Yeah, and now in the upright. Okay, this is how your higher self is seeing your situation. You're further than you know. You are further than you know in like whatever you are doing, your ascension process, your healing, your resolution with relationships, moving towards a new, whatever resonates with you, wherever you're trying to go, whatever, some of you don't even know where you're going, but where you're going is to know where you're going. I hope that made sense. It's like not letting life happen to you, but actually making a plan. That's for some of you. And your higher self sees that, you know that, you have that. That is so good. I'm so happy that came out. Pisces really might be important for you. Just that energy. Maybe you have it in your chart somewhere. I'm seeing the Six of Swords here, which says passage on this card. You're passing from the High Priestess in reverse to the High Priestess in the upright. You are definitely leveling up here. The Magician, I knew it was here somewhere. Yeah, your manifestations, it's interesting. It's like you're not manifesting becoming the High Priestess. It's like the High Priestess is activating the Magician energy in you. You're getting really comfortable with that yin energy, that moon energy, and maybe that's why the Sun is in reverse. And the star here looks pretty dark, right? Like it's in a very dark night. That deep water. Awesome. Okay, Four of Cups here for how your higher self is viewing your current energetic state, we'll say. Hold on a second. There's a bunch of cards out of order. Maybe there's something you need to get in order here. Okay. Some kind of routine. Interesting. It's like really mixed up, guys. What happened there? Strange. Very strange. So yeah, and then I saw the Tower and I saw the Hangman there. So I feel like this is kind of the hesitancy to move forward, you know, metaphorically, but in this reading as well, it's like there's still a nervousness that the Tower maybe is not in the reverse, that there's more towers to come. But like I said at the beginning, I feel like you're okay with that now, or maybe you need to work on that part a little bit more to accept that, you know, life is unpredictable. There's going to be more difficult moments in life. Maybe the worst is behind you, you know, but maybe not. And that's okay, you know, because whenever a Tower happens, and you're Cancer, so you know this, you know, you do. You really gain quite a bit, or you learn quite a bit. It gives you so much resilience and ability to teach others. There's that Hangman again. Yeah, with the Four of Cups. So you're seeing yourself as stagnant, apathetic, maybe not doing the things you should be doing, maybe questioning why you're so dissatisfied. Your higher self is saying, hey, don't be so hard on yourself, okay? Yeah, you're stuck, you're stagnant, stuck, whatever that means, right? Just a word I heard. It's just a word. What you're actually doing is gaining a new perspective. The Star, the High Priestess, the Hangman. Like, you are gaining a huge new perspective. I don't know who you guys are out there, but you seem pretty fucking powerful, okay? Now, for the Tower in reverse, for how your higher self wants you to feel, what energy it wants you to step into, we have the Son of Roots, which is the Knight of Pentacles. Yeah, it's like, stay in this Tower energy if you need to. Like, not the destruction and the, oh my God, I can't believe this is happening. No, it's like, you know, when the Tower happens, there's a whole release of energy. And just grab onto some of that, you know, let it carry you for a bit. Work with that energy in some way. Don't shy away from it. It's so easy to say in retrospect. I know, because I've had many dark nights of the soul, many Tower moments, okay? So it's very easy to say afterwards that, you know, to like, to tell others that during those dark nights, there's real magical powers that are being activated, okay? Like you're really learning and gaining a lot, because when you're in the moment, all you want to do is get out of it. But there's something here about your higher self saying, just like slow down don't feel like you need to rush anything, okay? Whatever it is you're working on, go at your own pace. The Empress, yeah, go at your own pace. For some of you, like, there's a 9-month thing, 10-month really, but you know, 9-month, 10-month kind of process that you've been through, that you're going through, or that something will take. So you take that as it resonates. Now, what your higher self wants for you with the Seven of Cups, we have the Daughter of Feathers, which is the Page of Wands, and the Wheel of Fortune. The universe, your higher self, is trying to send you messages constantly. And maybe this is maybe you're dreaming a lot of just like weird kind of bizarre dreams, but there's messages and symbols in there that you need to look at, okay? And there's something here about maybe all these weird little occurrences happening to you. I'm seeing like I heard garden snake, and I am seeing a snake here, but maybe snake symbolism or something. But there's messages that your higher self is trying to send you to show you how to clear out, you know, stuff that you need to clear out to move into your new cycle. So pay attention to that, okay? Now, 9 of Pentacles. So this is what you should know about your higher self. Or we could say your spirit guides. Let's go with that. Spirit guides. What should Cancer know about their spirit guides? 3 of Cups, celebration. They're so happy for you, Cancer. They're so happy. They're celebrating because they see you on this journey. What did I say in that last message about that angel? I'm like, oh God, if I cry again, you know, but it really is like that celebration. So that's what you should know about your spirit guides. No matter where you're at, they know where you're going. Yeah, maybe they're like a little early to the party, but they're celebrating for you, okay? And so that shows me that there is a huge, huge victory, beautiful energy coming for you if your spirit guides are already celebrating. Okay, your advice, 6 of Wands. Well, this is the card of victory, so as your advice here, they want you to feel that. I heard humble to it. It's interesting. It's like they want you to move slow into something. You're going through a significant passage. Like they don't want you to miss anything, but they're already celebrating because they know you're going to do it anyways. 8 of Wands, swiftness. Yeah, it's interesting. And let me see here. It's like something's going to happen. Okay, like, look, they want you to go slow with something, okay? With maybe your healing process or just like spend some more time on something, go deeper. But then the advice is like, almost like, don't worry because your higher self is going to like pick you up at like some point here with this owl and just like take you. It almost feels like there's going to be some kind of sudden event that really helps you out. I'm going to get another one on this. Queen of Wands. Maybe some public recognition is coming in for you. A reward. I heard valor. Something's going to happen fast, so the advice is to accept the honor when it comes. Accept the honor. It's like you're in an initiation process. That's what I'm feeling. You're in an initiation process. You might feel hazed a little bit, right? But it's like your spirit guides, your higher self, like they're just gonna say like, okay, it's over now. Like you've passed. It's kind of something like that. So just be ready for it when it comes. Be ready to close the door when your spirit guides are giving you that message, or your higher self is giving you that message, like it's time for the new cycle. Okay, Page of Cups for the new cycle, new energy, new creativity. 8 of Cups. Yeah, you're going to leave this behind, okay? And I love how it's ending on the star and ending with the 8 of Cups with the star image and starting with the star card. So it's a transformation here. One sec. Let me count the stars. 15 stars, which is the devil card. So it's like getting rid of that devil energy for sure. But it's also, 15, which is 6, which is finding balance and harmony. And 6 is Cancer, right? The 6th month. Let's get one more for that. 6, 7, but Judgment. Yeah, you're walking towards some new energy, some new creative energy, and it's like you're walking right up to your higher self. I really can't even communicate how profound this is. I'm like seeing, like it's kind of cheesy, but I'm like seeing, like a high priestess type figure like drop down and like this scroll and be like, okay, Cancer, here's what you did. Congratulations. It's like you're going to recognize all of your achievements, okay? That last doll, in that Russian doll thing is going to be revealed to you. Your inner self, which is your higher self. Your hard work is paying off. You're very close to reaching your goal. One for advice, Spirit. Your commitment is being tested. Keep going, Cancer. Wasn't that the message last time? Keep going. Hopefully that was of service to you. I love you so much. I'll see you next time.